The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Alright, we're back.
What is up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in to
What's
Armed
happening?
Radio. I am Shannon.
And I am Mr. Bill.
We are your hosts for Talk Live Paranormal. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Look forward to having you guys listen in and hearing some of your comments back on our show. Please be sure to send us some comments. Jump on our Facebook page. Tell us what you think, what you want us to talk about. If you got any subjects or topics you'd really like to hear us talk about, please let us know. And hopefully Henry is back there in the warehouse. I hope he's doing better. Sound like
Henry is back.
He was under the weather, so now he's back, and hopefully he's listening in. Henry, I hope you're taking it easy there, buddy. Don't wreck a forklift or don't push anybody off a ramp or a dock or whatever you guys do out there. So, hey,
he's not taking it easy.
He's not taking it. That's good. That's my boy, Henry. Don't let him keep you down. Hey, we want to start off the show like we do every show. We want to thank all the men and women in uniform. Thank you very much for everything you do for us out there. You guys are awesome. From one vet to all you guys, hey, thank you. Keep your heads down. Come home safe. And to everybody who was prior service, who served in the military, thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you. We can't say thank you enough.
Yes, thank you for your service, and God bless.
So, Shannon,
Bill,
what's on the topic? What's on the topic board for tonight? Let's roll the big numbers and see what we've got.
Well, if it's not the lottery numbers, I don't want to know what they are.
Yeah. Did anyone win that Mega Millions?
I don't think so.
Ooh, I may have to play again. Because remember, everybody out there, you can't lose if you don't play. So
you can't lose.
And if you're over in Illinois, you're not going to get paid anyway. So why play?
Oh, that's bad.
Have you heard that?
No, I've never heard that.
No, over in Illinois, the state's so broke that the lottery they can't pay.
Oh, so it would be like the state of Michigan where they filed bankruptcy.
Is that
where they're headed?
I probably, but like my sister lives over in Illinois, and she actually told me that, hey, if you're going to buy lottery tickets, don't buy them here. Buy them somewhere else because the state's so broke they can't pay the lottery. If you win, they look at you and go, congratulations, you won.
Then they shouldn't let you buy tickets there.
Amen to that. Where's all that money going? Because they sure the hell aren't building places to stop and take a leak on the side of the road, like, I don't know, maybe a rest stop now and then on one of those dang places. We drive for hundreds of miles and never get to a rest stop. Or when you get to a rest stop, the first thing you do is go, you want something to eat? No, I want to stop and poop and pee and get back on the road. Or that's all I want to do.
Illinois has rest areas?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, every time I went to Ashmore, it's out in Bumfuck.
I mean, if you think about it, we went there one time. We actually stopped underneath an overpass so I could take a leak, and I saw a cop coming, and I thought, I am screwed. 10 miles down the road, the cop was standing underneath another overpass taking a leak because he knew there's nowhere to stop.
I would probably have to pull on the side of the road, too. Well, I know you guys worked at Edinburgh. Is that what you said?
Yep, Edinburgh Manor up by Anamosa here in Iowa. We had a great time with it. We had a great group. I hope anybody's listening in because I kind of promoted the radio show a little bit so they could listen in. Heck yeah, gotta pump it up. I told them I have the most awesomest host in the world I work with. She's just wonderful. You never know what the hell's going to come out of her mouth. So you gotta ass. Am I doing it? Am I doing it just like
you're doing? A good job.
Okay, yeah. Thanks.
Yep, you're living up to your expectations.
Yeah. So we had not a real big group. I think it was only like 30 people, 40 people.
That's not bad. That's how our Friday night was.
And it was kind of, we split them up into 3 groups. We did 3 different vigils. We had Michelle. She took a group she actually took a group outside. It was beautiful outside. For the first two groups, and the second group, the third group got a little chilly, but they went outside and they actually saw, there's every now and then you'll see shadow figures moving around out there. And they actually, we had a couple of skeptics that were there, and they kind of came up and just said, we're here just for fun, but we're skeptics. And there were three big biker guys. Now, the biggest biker guy, Marine, Semper Fi, thank you for service. He pretty much left the same way. I'm pretty sure he left saying that, I didn't see anything, really didn't get anything there. But the two other ones, they both were seeing shadow figures outside, and then they got some stuff on the third floor, and then they got some stuff in the basement, and then the smaller guy out of the three, he blamed me for grabbing him in the basement, and I was 40 feet from him talking with a group of people going, I'm not touching you. I'm over here. But I'll get to that in a minute. So we had some great stuff going outside. Third floor, I don't know what it is about third floor, but sometimes it's a really hit or miss. It's either going to go all out or you ain't going to probably get jack or squat up there.
That's anywhere, really, though.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like every time we go. We always seem to have a little bit of stuff happen in the basement. The first floor is kind of a hit or miss because it seems like we stir everything up when we bring the people in. But that third floor or second floor, I call it a second floor, they call it a third floor, it's really hit or miss down there. Well, up there. Some nights you get a lot of stuff. Some nights you it's like monkeys doing a math problem. You're standing there staring at each other. So, but let's jump to the basement. I had some people down in the basement, and I've already told Shannon this, but I'm going to go through the stories again. Just because I like it. So we were down in the basement, and I tried something that we haven't done in quite a while. I brought some blindfolds along, and I wanted to do some sensory deprivation. If people don't know what that really is, even though we're in the dark, we try to take one of your main senses away. Your main senses are touch, sight and hearing. Those are your main your senses. I can't do anything about the talk unless I shove a rag in their mouth and then tie something around it so they can't make noises. But that's a whole nother show, and that'll put me in jail. So what we did is I put some people in chairs facing in the area that they like to call the Joker's playground. Now, the Joker is an entity that likes to play around down there. So we had them sitting in chairs facing into some of the rooms that we've actually caught the entity coming out of in the area he likes to play. And even though when they're in the pitch black, I blindfolded them. I didn't want their eyes to mess with what they're hearing or what they're feeling. So sat him in the chair. Now, the first group we had down there, I had a guy sitting in one chair, then there was a lady in the middle, and another person another lady on the other end. And the lady in the middle all of a sudden just goes, I can't be here. I mean, she was there. They're probably there for a good 5-10 minutes. She's like, I can't be here. This isn't right. And we had previously, let me back up just a little bit. We had previously gotten a new name that we had never heard before over the one box, and we were using a spirit box, and we got the name to come across. And I knew nothing about this lady, but one of the ladies that came there was actually I'm pretty sure it was the ladies who works at the VA, and if you're listening, because I promoted there too, they were awesome. Thanks, VA ladies. And
so you had a Marine there, and you had some people that worked at the VA there?
I had some people that work with me, and we went to a restaurant beforehand, and they're like, what are you doing up here? Are you going? Because we were wearing our Ghost Hunt shirts. Yeah. And they said, are you guys are you going there? We're like, we're running it. And like, we're going. I'm like, oh, shit. So, when you have people that you work with every day that are going to see you every day, and you kind of look at them, they're like, you do this for a living? Yeah. I love doing it. So one of them talked about a name of Elizabeth. And from what we understand from the reports, Elizabeth was a lady who was in the home, and she was very pregnant. And she was forced to go into labor, so however they forced it. The way I understood it, she passed away giving birth, and they took her baby from her, and she passed away giving birth. And they took it forcibly. It wasn't so, oh, you're hurting now, let's lay you down, let's rub your feet, blah, blah, blah. It was a forcible, inducing, or however they did it, to make her so she had no choice but to give birth. Or I don't know if it was a C-section, it was forcibly done. I don't know. But we kept asking her, are you looking for your child? Are you looking for your baby? And we got yes several times. And we got a couple other sounds. We asked her to bang on something if she's looking, was trying to find her child. And then we get noises. So while I had these two ladies and this guy sitting in these chairs out in the hallway, the lady in the middle kept all of a sudden started going, I don't feel right. I can't be here. This isn't right. I can't be here. And she said she was hurting a little. And I was like, okay, come on out. I don't want to put anybody in, none of us want to put anybody in a situation where they don't feel right and, may get hurt. Well, it wasn't 5 minutes after she was out, she's rubbing her stomach. I said, are you okay? She goes, well, I'm pregnant. So wait a minute. You're pregnant and we're antagonizing a spirit that's looking for her baby? Oh, damn. So I'm apologizing. I want to make sure do you want to leave? No, I want to stay. Do you want to go upstairs? No, I want to stay down here. I'm like, oh, crap. So I felt about, an inch and a half tall at the time. So I switched her out with another lady she was sitting there and we're not really antagonizing. We're calling out, trying to get something to happen. Now, for anybody who's thinking that I might have been doing something, I actually had the 3 people sitting down, and I grab a 4th person who's not blindfolded, who has a flashlight, who can see me in the other room with a group of people, and also see those 3 ladies in the hallway, or 3 people in the hallway, to just prove that I'm not doing anything. I'm not setting anything up for anything to happen. I just want that person to go, yeah, that I didn't do anything. So this other lady's sitting there, and all of a sudden she goes, I feel dizzy. I'm really, really dizzy. I don't feel good. I'm sick. I'm like, okay, dizzy, you got to go. We got to get you out of here. We got to get you outside and get some air. And it was right around the end of our vigil anyway. So kind of like, hey guys, let's call this. Let's head upstairs, and we'll go, get her outside. Got her outside, started talking to her, and I just decided to ask her, you're not pregnant, are you? She went, no, I'm not pregnant. I just gave birth about 5-6 months ago. Really? Come on. What the hell? So then on our 3rd and final vigil, there was a group of people down there, and there was a lady that had her 2 young daughters with her. Her daughters were very willing to try to play along or do something as long as they stayed together and they could hold each other just in case. Well, so I had the Phasma box going, and I have to jump back about 6 months ago, 5 months ago. I think it was February and March. Had a group of people that came through, and we had a voice come across the spirit box, or the Phasma box, that I'd only heard once. And at that time I'd never heard it, and it was saying some stuff, and we didn't stop. We kept on going and going, and the one young lady got a really bad nosebleed. The other one, and this is no lie, she had blood come out of the corner of her eye for no reason, and the other one got scratched on the face. And that was right after I heard that voice. So jump back to this last Saturday. I'm sitting there, and we're going through, and we're trying to talk and everything, and I thought I heard something, and I kind of went, okay, I'll let this go for a second. And then I heard that exact same statement that I got in the exact same voice from February, and I'm a fat guy, okay, everybody? I'm not small. I jumped over one person pretty much and just slammed the computer shut and shut it off. I was like, we're done. We're leaving now. And everybody kind of looked at me like, what's going on? So the girl, I was like, pointed at the 2 girls. I said, you and your aunt need to go upstairs. I need to talk to your mom for a minute. And everybody else, if you want to stay, you can stay. But you guys, we're done. Vigil's over. Because we were near the end anyway, again. Right. And the mother stayed, and she goes, well, can I ask what's happening? And I kind of explained to her what happened and the reason to everyone else that I stopped it. I was not going to put these young ladies in a position where somebody could get hurt. Because the last time I heard that voice, and the last time I heard that voice say, I'm going to fuck up the little girls, something happened. And that's exactly what it came across as again. I'm like, we're done. I'm done. No, this isn't happening.
So did any of them hear it, or is it just you that heard it again?
Well, 2 of the other people that were there played their recordings back, and we caught it.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, we thought we heard, but we didn't want to say anything. I'm like, you guys got to understand, when we ask you to say something, what you heard, we're not kidding. Because if I would have been in the other room and someone had said, did you hear that say this? I'd have ran in here as fast as I could, just slammed that computer shut, turned all the lights that I could, and got everybody out of here. But because you just can't do that. So that little girl, the youngest one, stayed awake all night. I didn't tell her what it had said. She just knew something was wrong. Now her sister, out like a light in a windstorm. I'm going to sleep. And this was about 3:00 in the morning when they went to sleep. But I stayed up all night, kind of talking with people and make sure everybody had, was having a good time. We took a bunch of people to different areas, kind of did some stuff outside again. And then, so we were sitting outside, kind of having a cigarette, about 4:30, 5:00 in the morning. Sun's just coming up, and these 3 ladies from the VA come running out. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What is that thing in the basement? What do you mean, what thing in the basement? Well, we thought we saw it upstairs on the second or third floor, whatever it is, and then we saw it again in the basement. What'd you see? Come on, start talking. They're like, we can't explain it. I said, close your eyes, look at it again, then explain it with your eyes closed. Well, it was like 2 arms and a body, but no legs and no head. Hey, Walker. you saw a walker or a crawler. I'm like, and I kind of went like, where was it? They said, well, it was upstairs. So we left, and we went downstairs, and we were standing in the hallway, and we watched it kind of come down the steps where we came down and follow us. It's like, hey, so you got a friend following you. They're like, we're not going back in there without you. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to stand there and go, yep, here he comes again.
Yep.
So yeah, we had a really good time. Some people still kind of went away going, I didn't see much, I didn't hear much, but we had a really good time. So I don't think anybody was too upset, too bad, mad about things. But we had a great group of people. They were awesome. They were really open to helping us out and open to anything that could and possibly did happen. So I want to thank every one of them. So
how was your weekend? Sounds like a good group. Well, we were back out at the reformatory. It was Pam and Ashley and I. And we had about the same size group, about 40, 42, something like that. 3 groups. We did 3 rotations too. And I mean, like through the whole night, I decided to try something different. And instead of taking them all the way up to the chapel, I went up 5 flights of stairs instead of 6 and stopped. And then I had each one put their back. I put each one in a cell. Okay. And then I turned the phasma on, and I'd walk from cell to cell, and I'd have each person ask a question. We did get some really good responses through the phasma. I don't know what the hell happened with my recorder, because I had it recording the whole time, but it didn't pick up half the shit we heard. I tried to play it back. It just doesn't. It's all muffled. I think it's the recorder, though. So I did that a couple times, and we got some good responses. Then I did take a couple people to the chapel and the attic and the TB area, but I mean, it was kind of a slow night at first, and I mean, we did a East Wing session in the shower room and what they call the toilet room, which is just a room with a bunch of toilets in it.
Probably a good reason to call it a toilet room.
Yeah, but there's supposedly a male spirit in there that doesn't like women.
Maybe he's pooping.
We did do the thing, and they've got me hooked on doing the headphones with the phasma. Like, I think that is cool as shit. It's a lot better than having to do the Bluetooth speaker and everything. Just hand it to somebody, put the headphones on, and let them just repeat what comes through it. Yep. It's actually pretty cool. So we did that a couple times throughout the building, and then it kind of died down, and I wouldn't say half the group, probably 10 of them, left before 4:00 in the morning, and Ashley and Pam were like, let's go out and do another session. And we ran into some people and went up to what they call the Jesus room. It's got a big old painting. It's painted on the wall of Jesus. And so Pam's sitting there. I'm going to play audio for you because it's fucking hilarious. And I told her I was doing this, so I hope she's not. I mean, she's listening. Oh well, but it's funny. I love you, Pam.
Is that the clip you sent me?
Yeah. You're gonna have to play it anyway.
That's okay.
But we did maybe 1 or 2 recordings on the Pandora, and the second time she had done the recording, towards the end of the recording, right before she asks 1 or 2 questions, something had walked into the room. Took 2 or 3. It was at least 3 steps that we heard walked into the room with us, and when we're all looking over towards the corner of the room, And her last thing she said was, I know where you are. And then she stops recording. And I was like, yeah, I know right where the fuck it is too. And I point over towards the door. And, cause I took like 3 steps back and I was like, what the actual fuck? That was like my favorite line when I hear something or see something. That's what I always say. So she went back and kneeled down. She brought somebody with her over towards the corner of that room. And the recording you're getting ready to hear is the recording she did when they walked over to do that little session. And one thing you don't hear is the foot stomp, like within 5 feet from her. And then on this audio, she'll ask a question, and right before I don't even want to say it, but right before you hear her again, you hear like a male voice. Like, to me, it sounds like he says, "Come here." But I'll let you play it for them and see what you hear.
All right, I'll play it the first time at not full volume, and then if you needed me to do it again, let me know.
All right.
Is that her running?
Yeah, but that's also the group huddling, like Scooby-Doo. And then one pops on a flashlight. But
You
it's
want me
like,
to play it again at full volume?
yeah, it's her crazy screaming, and it turns the screaming into laughter because we all start laughing.
All right, here you go.
So, do you hear the male voice right before she screams?
Hold on, I'm going to do it one more time.
All right.
Yes, I did.
Does it not sound like "come here"?
Yeah.
Now, I love Pam. I love her to death. She's a psychic medium. Okay, so for her to scream, she probably heard that male voice come through in her head before she even played it back on the recording. So, that was like the highlight of the night. That was at like 4:15 in the morning. All the guests have to be out by 5 o'clock. So that was like a definite awesome ending to the night. But we did do one quick session down in Solitary, and I've only got one good recording from there. And we're all sitting in a circle down near what they call the hole, and it's all the way down the lower level of Solitary. And there's a few windows where it's got a little bit of lighting. When lights are out, it's damn near pitch black down there. And I've just got the recorder sat down in between all of us, and we got someone with the Phasma and the headphones, and this male, you hear like a couple people talking, then you hear a guy talk, and then it's right after it gets quiet is when you hear something. And I'll play that one right now. I've already got it at full volume because I pre-recorded it from the recorder to my phone. Because this recorder sucks. So I'll go ahead and play that.
Hello.
Okay, so it's like right towards the end before that other person talks. What'd you hear?
Yeah.
And I tried to make out what that guy said, because as soon as he says something, and then you kind of hear a female talk, and then you hear the yeah. So I was trying to find out if someone had asked a question.
Was that male somebody like that came in the room or came in the area? Or was he
The guy
sitting there?
that was talking?
Yeah.
He was sitting in the circle with us. He was right across from me.
Okay.
So I'm going to play it again. But see if you can tell if he says like hello, and then you hear a female after him, and then that's when we pick up the EVP.
Hello.
Play that again.
It sounds like I start talking towards the end before it cuts off, and then you hear it.
Hello.
What did Pam say something there? Like, I'm a psychic? Or are you a psychic?
I don't know. No.
Hello.
I did hear Pam say that. I'm a psychic.
And then I think that's the answer.
Then you hear, yeah.
I'm a psychic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So, I didn't get a chance to go through all my audio. I did leave the recorder on recording up in the chapel every time I switched rotations, and I haven't got to listen to any of that yet, where there was nobody up there. So if it did catch anything, there wasn't anybody up there. But that was the highlight of our night. Like between 3 and 4:30 in the morning, that was the most excitement. Now, I do want to say we do have a guest that's going to come on. She's going to call in I told her about 11:30, and she is listening. So whenever she wants to call in, she can. And,
Call in.
And then I will conference call you. I will get us all together.
Okay.
But other than that, that we just worked Friday night.
Yeah, we were just Saturday night. Now this weekend we've got the first for our school. Coming
the
up.
First time that's been run?
Yeah, for ghost hunts, yep. So we'll be up there Friday and Saturday night. Well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Kelly, Michelle, and I will be up there Friday night, and then Michelle and Michelle's daughter Brittany and somebody else will be there Saturday night because I'm going on vacation.
Oh, that's right. What is Amy doing?
Amy already had a prior commitment for the weekend, so she's taking care of some other things. I'm just glad we're not going to be here because that damn Ragbri is coming through here with all the bicycles, and I don't want to be in the area. So I'm glad we'll be a couple 100 miles away.
Right on.
So,
well, she should be calling any minute, but before she jumps on here, we're going to kind of talk about, and I'm sure we can take up 30 minutes easily on this topic, but we have one location that we have found out quite a bit of stuff about, and we're just going to kind of blast it on this radio show here. I've had some issues with the owner, and I don't know if you guys remember or were listening to the first couple episodes. He was on our second episode. His name is Daryl Wisman. He's the caretaker up at Poasttown Elementary School in Middletown, Ohio.
Now, before we get started on this, I want to make sure that people know that the stuff that we have is all posted. I mean, the stuff that like what I'm going to be reading is on the internet. You can look it up for yourself. We're not making this up. Now, we're not saying that I guess we're not saying that Poasttown does not. There it goes.
We are not saying that Poasttown is not haunted because I have evidence of Poasttown being haunted, but there are some stories about Poasttown that aren't true.
So we just want to make sure that people know, hey, Poasttown could possibly be the most haunted place in the world. It's just that there's some things that have happened up there in the past that just aren't joshing together, aren't clicking the right way. And there's some people out there with some evidence on the contrary. And there are some, I won't give any names yet, but there are some things out there on YouTube where there's interviews being done and some things that kind of make you think. So we just want to bring some things to light and let you guys make your own decisions. Please make your own decisions. And please don't slam us on Facebook about it. We'll have a discussion with you. Put something on our Facebook site if you want to discuss it. We'll
discuss it right now.
Yeah, well, we're not saying that it isn't haunted. We're not saying that it is haunted. Because Shannon's got some stuff that shows evidence that something's there. We're just saying that there's some hokey stuff going on that probably shouldn't. And while we're waiting for a caller to call in, do we want to get started?
She said about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So the reason that I am bringing this out in the open and that our guest tonight is bringing a lot of it out in the open is for some reason within the past 3 or 4 weeks, we've been talked about. We've had lies spread about us. I was told by this person that Daryl told them that I screwed him out of paranormal stuff. I have brought this to his attention, and yet he has not told me what it was that I screwed him out of. So I can tell you right now that Beth, also one of the Ghost Hunts USA members, she and I have helped come in with a phone call from him that a group backed out of on an event of a youth group that needed the event ran. So Beth and I came up. Didn't get paid for it. We did it for free. We've had... I've had equipment stolen from there. Pretty sure that I know who it is now. But like I said, a lot of this stuff is he said, she said. Now this other person that is coming on has audio. I have audio of him talking shit about people, and I want to stop.
And after we talked about this last week, after we got off the show, we decided we were going to discuss this on the show. I actually kind of put some feelers out there because I wanted to get some other people's opinion, and actually was able to sit down and talk face to face with a couple people that have been to some events that have happened there. Talking about, number one, the events happen there, and the drinking that goes on there when there's events there. Like, people are just, it's really run unprofessionally. It's, people were kind of running around pretty much almost drunk to the point of where they were stupid. But the one that got my biggest attention was the people
calling in.
Okay, the people talking about, hey, the gentleman who runs it up there, when it comes to women, he's kind of handsy. He likes to get close, and he gave him a really creepy feeling. So, take it for what it is. Take it for how you want to take it, but let's be careful. That's all I'm saying for right now. So,
all right. Well, she's on the line, and I am calling you.
Okay.
And we will merge the calls here.
All right, I'm here. Sorry about the dead air there.
There we go. Are you there? Where did she go?
I heard her. Hello.
Are you there? You can say whatever. Can you guys hear her okay? Can you hear her, Bill?
I can. I'm going to just listen through my headset, see if I can hear her on the show. Go ahead.
Okay.
If she's talking... Is she there?
That's weird. She said somebody needs to get a Q-tip. It's not coming through the Bluetooth speaker.
Why would you do?
I broke it. Hell, I don't know.
Well, hey, why don't I do this? I'll hang up on the phone if you want to put your speaker for your phone up close to your mic and see if we can hear her that way.
It's up there now.
Just laid against those big changes.
So I know I can hear her, and we know we can hear her on the show, but she can't hear me because I hung up so we could give her more power to your phone. It wouldn't be splitting it off. So it's all you, Shannon. Go for it.
Well, the Bluetooth is connected now, so... Talk, girl, talk. It's still coming through my phone.
Put your phone on speaker.
It was on speaker. It's on. That's weird.
So we're having a little bit of technical difficulty here.
How about
Shannon?
now?
Hello?
I can hear you.
There we go. How about now? Can you hear her, Bill?
I can hear her through your speaker.
I can't hear Bill for shit.
All right, Bill, did you hang up?
Yeah, because sometimes when you're on a call like that, it kind of makes it quiet.
He's gone.
All right.
You run this one. I'll just sit back and make comments, and you can repeat them.
All right. So it won't let me merge the call. Is what it is.
Okay.
All right. So, did you want me to say your name, or you can introduce yourself if you want them to know your name? It's completely up to you.
What's good? Angelina Rivera. Find me on Facebook, bitches.
So we kind of gave the audience a brief lowdown on what we're about to talk about. So you can say whatever you want on this show. Parental advisory is suggested, but yeah, feel free to say whatever you want.
What is suggested?
Parental advisory. I'm telling the listeners, not you. Cuss away.
Well, I don't got no shit. I heard that shit. Ghost Town is haunted. I definitely agree with that. Lived there for 8 months and studied there and investigated there. That place is haunted. But the owner, the caretaker guy, he's full of shit. Full of shit. This guy talks about everybody like they're pieces of shit. I mean, people who've donated money to the school, people who have helped at the school, all the teams that have gone to the school. He's a piece of shit. That's all I got. He's a piece of shit.
All right, well, we already told the audience his full name, so.
Yeah, Daryl Whitman. Caretaker, Polk Elementary School. I don't got nothing to hide. I got audio. I got whatever people need to hear, but I thought he was a really nice guy. I lived there for a while, helped out the school every day. You know that. You've seen me work my ass off over there, chopping wood and shit, and doing everything.
Yeah.
But I thought I could trust this guy. But I'm hearing him talk about all these people behind their backs for like the 8 months I lived there. And I'm not thinking, he's probably talking shit behind my back. And I didn't think that shit. And then I'm going to name names, so whatever here.
All right.
Bill Powell, Bill Powell, Bill and Pam Powell?
I do.
Them old people?
Yeah.
When I first met Bill, I thought he was a serial murderer.
Well, he looks like a serial killer.
He fucking creeps me out. Oh, my God. So I'm talking to Daryl one day, and he's like, oh, Bill Powell's saying all this shit about you, blah, blah, blah. And he's telling me what he's saying. So I confront Bill Powell about it, and he's like, I didn't say none of that. But Daryl talks really bad about you, and Daryl says this and that about you. Daryl just said a lot of shit about me. So then I go off. I'm like, fuck Daryl, fuck Brenda, blah, 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 whatever. I went total Massachusetts on their ass. I went crazy. So Bill, in turn, takes an audio, apparently, I don't know if this is true, to Brenda and Daryl the day we went to the school, and says, here's Angelina talking bad about you, but only play clips of me talking and cuts out everything he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if there's an audio. I doubt it, because some of the shit that was said, I was like, I didn't say that. I said that, but I didn't say that. But he's just a shit talker. One day I was in the hallway. Well, not the hallway, the bathroom to my apartment. I can hear everything from that kitchen loud and clear.
Yes.
Talking about you.
Post town walls have ears.
Huh?
I said post town walls have ears.
If Post Town's wall had... Girl, you don't even know. I mean, he would tell me, everyone, like, Big Country Paranormal, Carrie is crazy. She's just crazy. She's a good person, but she's crazy. She really doesn't get what she says as far as paranormal investigations. She's a fake, whatever. Who else? Talk shit about Chris Mager. And Chris is the one who filmed that horror movie there. Girl, you freaked me out when you were in that costume.
You're welcome.
Oh, my God. That shit was creepy.
Yes, for all you guys that don't know, I am in this movie that was filmed there. The director is Christopher Mager. The name of the movie is Rosalie. You can look up the description of the movie on imdb.com, and hopefully he's got to turn it in and get it edited by November. So when I know more details and can talk more about it, I will definitely let you guys know.
That probably just pissed Daryl Whitman off because you plugged Rosalie.
I don't give a fuck. You know what? When Santiago does his live videos and posts and everything else, he talks about Post Town in every single one of them. So I don't know why he's saying nobody. I mean, we didn't want a bunch of people knowing where we were while we're filming because we didn't want a bunch of people showing up.
Well, he's just a fucking straight out liar. I trusted that guy big time. I really trusted him big time. You know, I never told you nothing bad about his ass.
Oh, I know. And I'm gonna, to be honest with you, I'm gonna go ahead and play this audio just so that people can hear it. This audio was actually taken by me, and it's about 41 minutes long, but I shortened it down to the part of where Daryl was just talking about Christopher Maggard. And also Christopher Maggard has gotten a copy of this audio, and he's not real happy about it either. So I'm going to play it in the soundboard real quick so you guys can just hear what type of person that Daryl is.
Having them come and shoot this filming, I charge him twice what I get a day out of this building, and he's paying it. And to make him, I don't mean this to sound bad, crawl back to me after he tried to fuck me out and go to another location, they must have either wanted too much money.
This is the film you're talking about, the season, right?
Yeah. And Post Town's getting no recognition for it. They're not even acting like they're at Post Town. You see what I'm saying?
Is it playing?
Yeah.
I'm getting paid for the filming.
Because you're on your phone. So anyway, that is an audio clip out of that I just shortened down so you guys could hear it, of Daryl talking about Christopher, how he charged him double to come in there and basically wanted him to come crawling back to him.
The story behind Chris Maggard thing is, I was working there in the wintertime, and Daryl told me, well, he recently told me, I asked him, I said, how much did you charge Chris to do the movie here? And he said the amount. And I said, well, wow, that's pretty cheap to film a movie somewhere. And he goes, well, I was tight for money. I needed the money. So to hear that recording that you played, well, I heard it earlier.
Yeah.
It's totally just crazy because where did Chris take advantage of you? He didn't. You're the one who charged him whatever you charged him. And I don't understand it. He talks so bad about that guy to me that I took him off my Facebook, just thinking he didn't like me. He hated my guts. And I'm like, it is what it is. But Daryl is just, man, girl, I could go on for hours. I got a recording I can play for everybody. I might just put that shit on Facebook.
Yeah, it's kind of long. Is that the one you emailed me?
Yeah, it's a 35-minute one or some shit.
What about why don't you tell them what you told me about how Daryl told you he made up these stories to get more paranormal investigators in the building?
Yeah, he's like, well, he tells a lot of stories. Like, he can tell stories all day long, this guy. And I listened to him intently for, ever. Then I started listening really close. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. That's outrageous. That's crazy. And I asked him one day, I said, do you ever make up stories to people? And he goes, whatever brings the money in. And I'm like, so you have? He's like, yeah, I can tell somebody, oh, this happened or that happened, and I heard this or this touched me, and they're going to believe me just because I live here and I say it's haunted.
Yeah.
So he says it's haunted. So I don't know.
Did he say something to you how he made up the story about Sarah falling down the stairs and people just fell for it, so he just kind of went with it?
Yeah, I was given a tour one day. Some ladies came into school. It was weird, back to back. They wanted to see Coach County with the school there. And I'm giving them a tour. And I asked them, I said, when you guys went here, did you hear about a little girl falling down the staircase? And they're like, no, we never heard about that. And I kept getting no's. And I did a couple other times where people just stopped in to see the school or whatever. And I asked Daryl one day, I said, hey, this lady heard you telling, he gave a tour one day at the beginning of sometime when he owned the school or whatever. And the lady talked about Sarah, but she talked about Sarah being in Miss Johnson's hallway. And I'm like, this doesn't sound right. So I asked Daryl, I said, hey, did you do a tour one day and investigate and tell a lady that Sarah was hanging out in Miss Johnson's hallway? He's like, yeah, Sarah hangs out everywhere. I made up that story about Sarah. I don't even know the girl's name. That's not really even her name. I just made that up. So I'm like, so there is no story behind it? But at the same time, he says that somebody from Paranormal Journey had a death certificate about it, but this was 6 months ago, and there's been no death certificate, showing up at all.
And there was also another comment you made to me where he says he makes up a lot of the stories there, but he calls all the investigators that come there idiots. Is that true?
Yeah. He calls everybody idiots. I don't think there's kindred souls. I've never heard him talk about them because they bring in some money to him. For Daryl, it's about money. If you're bringing in money, I'm going to be nice to your face. I'm going to talk shit behind your back. not bringing in money, he'll talk shit about you all the time, behind your back. He can't do it in front of people's faces. He's a coward. You know, the things that he told me about people, I could probably write a book about paranormal drama.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that. And you would think that there's not a lot of drama in this field, but it seems like there's a ton of it.
The drama is crazy.
And you know, like Bill and I said, the building itself is haunted. But
yes, it is.
From what I've been told, not only from Angelina, but from others, that he has talked about me and Beth as well since we first started investigating there in 2014.
Yeah, you guys are supposed to be lesbians.
Yeah, Beth and I are lesbian lovers, in case none of you guys knew that. It's out there now, okay? But Beth and I have been really good friends since 2000, okay? We've came in and we've helped Daryl with the youth group that Cornerstone Paranormal backed out of. They had to leave or do something, so he needed someone to come in. And, you know, yeah, Beth and I came in. We used our own fucking equipment to help run that night so the kids could have a good time. They were bussed in. It was a youth group. And then we did it. It was me, you, Angelina, and Christy, and, of course, another fuckhole. Donald Wisman was with us, too. And then
I can't believe Donald Wisman turned on you the way he did. What a piece of shit.
You know, I'll blast him another day.
But then, you know, he bows down to Daryl. Believes everything that comes out of his mouth. I understand that part, but you need to wake the fuck up.
Well, they could be secretly butt buddies. I don't know.
That's
I'm just
true.
throwing that out there since Daryl likes to throw shit out there. But, I mean, you know, and then, you know, when they called all of us in to help with those 60 people from the hospital or whatever, none of us got paid to do that. We came in and lended our you know, our equipment once again, ran groups, made sure they had a good time, and then we left. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, but I set up for that whole event that same day. Like, all the chairs, everything that needed to be done, I set up, like, then, you know, got like nobody asked for money. He asked, but I remember asking him, like, "Oh, you asked, you know, Becky to come. She was kind of far." And he's like, "I don't care as long as she gets here and helps me out. I don't give a fuck where she lives." I'm like, "What?" Like, he didn't like. He's just an asshole, man. I can't stand him.
Well, it's been the amount of time that he has put in talking about people, not only just us, but the people that have helped raise money for that school to help save that school, and for him to go around talking shit behind their back is just not the type of person you want to get to know. If you want to go check out Post Town, fine. Go check out Post Town. Just don't get to know them. That's all I can say, because I guarantee you, even after your first night there, you're going to leave and get shit talked about you for no fucking reason.
That's 100% fact. Oh, my friend Blackie says she loves this show. You're funny.
Well, tell her we love her too.
My friend Blackie was his wife, but she thinks she's black. She's crazy.
Hi, Blackie.
What's up, Blackie?
Hi, Blackie. Yeah, go to Post Town. It definitely is haunted. I'm not going to say it's not. It is, but beware of the people you meet there and the caretaker. Like I said, I was like amazed by him. I was fascinated. I was like, he can teach me everything I need to know. You know, he's a good guy. And when I heard he was talking about me, I went off. I confronted him, and I sent you that audio when I confronted him.
Yeah, she's not lying. I heard the audio, and he got caught in a bold-faced lie, and he's like, I don't remember saying that or hearing that.
Yeah, he didn't know what to say, and the whole time I was talking to him, he was shaking, like his hands were shaking, and I'm like, I'm not going to go lightly on this motherfucker. Like, you shouldn't be talking about me. All the shit that I do for you, oh my God. Yep, did you help me with my rent for a month or two? Yep, you did. But did I not work there full-time when I was working a full-time job? Did I not help you all the fucking time? I was always helping at that school. I didn't ask for no money to do that shit. But why are you talking shit behind my back?
Because he's good at it.
Kiss my Puerto Rican ass.
So, you know, there were a lot of people when he started the, you know, help save the school stuff and everything. You know, I made many of the dog tag keychains or whatever, you know, and just gave them to him to help, you know, sell and raise money. I know people that have donated money. a good chunk of money, and other ones that donated $20. Every little bit helped. But when you go and talk about people behind their back the way that he does, and expect nobody to find out or nobody to say nothing, well, you done talk shit about the wrong people.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got a long laundry list of people I could. I knew people's business before they came to the school. Like, I would say, hey, Daryl, who's coming to investigate this week? And he would tell me that, the names of the teams or the individual, whoever. And I was like, oh, are they cool? Should I hang out with them? He's like, oh, no. He always had something bad to say about them. So when they got to the school, I was looking at them like, I know your business. Then I'm going to keep all Daryl's little fucking secrets, but I know your business. Like, it's crazy. I don't understand why he does it, because people have helped him out. People continue to help him out. So I don't know what his vendetta is or what his problem is and why he talks behind people's back, but this shit's got to stop. You're like 60-something years old. Grow up. Like, just knock it off.
Well, I helped tear up carpet out of that stage room, and then you and I helped fucking Donald move the new stage in. And that was 3 weeks prior to shit hitting the fan.
Mhm. It was, and I'm gonna put that audio out. This will be fun.
Yeah, so if you guys want to hear the audio that she's talking about, you can find her on Facebook, or you want them to go to, where are you going to post it at? Bad to the Bone Paranormal, or what?
No, they can just find me on Facebook under my name and message me, and I'll send it. Send me an email, and I'll send you the audio.
Yeah, it's Angelina Rivero.
Yeah, Angelina Rivera. He's still talking about me, and I'm not even there, but he's still talking about me.
Yeah, she moved out, and to be honest with you guys, we only got about 5 or 6 minutes left, and there's so much more that we can say, but we just kind of wanted to air out some dirty laundry because I'm tired of the shit myself.
It's annoying and it's terrible, and he's fucking over people who go the distance and do what he needs done to help him out there, and it's too much. Don't go help at Post Town. Go get you a paying job.
Like I said, and like Angelina said, and even Bill, I mean, Bill hasn't been there to investigate yet, and Angelina and I have quite a bit, and yes, we've got evidence there, but, when he slams doors and yells up the stairs, you don't know what's real and what's not. Now, if you catch evidence like what I got with the face apparition in the special needs room, that's a different story. That's a little harder for him to fake, but just it's the amount of shit that he likes to talk about people that come there and investigate. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It's absolute bullshit, and it's for him. I think it's only about the money. Give me that money, and I watch the money go in and out of his hands so quickly. You need money to help the school, but yet you're out there buying new cars, you're buying tractors, backhoes. Money's just it's like water. It's just like, okay, but you need all this help. So I know the school went up for auction. I know that for a fact. I know a lot of stuff is true, but I don't know, it's just kind of suspicious to me that you're spending so much money. I was there firsthand to see the money being spent.
That's true. So, Angelina, I know you can't hear Bill. Bill can hear you. Is there anything you want to say to Bill? Because he's just being quiet in the background. He ain't saying nothing.
He's funny as hell. I love listening to him. He's got me cracking up. But I was a little bit there in some of the show.
Thank you very much. I like to have people playing along.
Knocked out, but I called in, shit.
Yeah, she said, but I called in, shit. So, all right, well, I'm going to hang up with you, Angelina, and I will message you here in a little bit when we're done with the show.
Okay, Keith, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
And I want to thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, everybody.
All right, I'll talk to you here in a little bit. All right, bye.
Wow.
Okay.
Holy shnikes. I wish I could have discussed things with her.
Yeah, that 20 minutes kind of flew by pretty quick.
No kidding. Yeah, but so listen, y'all. If y'all are listening, if you want to check out Post Town for its paranormal stuff, I guess the easiest way to say this is you could take it two ways. One, take it at face value of what it is and what you see and what you get, what you capture, what you hear. What you get is what you're going to get. But debunk.
Yes.
Try to prove it. If it doesn't feel right, it more than likely. I guess that's a bad way to say it. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't feel right when we're doing paranormal investigations because, well, let's face it, things aren't right. But if it doesn't feel paranormal, if it just feels like there's something hanging from the ceiling or whatever, turn the lights on. Light the place up. Check it out.
It has electricity.
Always check it out. Always check it out. Always look for things. If you can explain something, you probably debunked it. If you can't explain something, then try it again and see if you can record it again, because that's what you're going to get. So,
and see, the face apparition, I have really got to get on the ball and get that posted on our page and see if anybody can debunk it. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a hell of a fucking time because it's unexplainable to me.
So, again, we're not saying that the building isn't haunted. There's just some issues going on with the caretakers and the people that live in it. So we're going to leave it up to you guys. Please.
We even when Beth and I went in there, we never, even in other paranormal teams, you guys, we're all in this together. There is no reason for one paranormal team to think they're any better than another paranormal team. So what, you got a bunch more equipment than we do? Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares as long as you're having fun and you're doing what you love to do and you're investigating. You're not, ruining somebody else's investigation, unlike another group, Rush Paranormal, that used to be the home group at Post Town Elementary School that actually slammed fucking doors during an investigation. That's not the shit you do. You respect each other. Everybody respects each other in this field. They should.
Yeah. You have to. If you can't respect each other, and you know what? If you could debunk something I put out there, then more power to you. Please, because I may have missed something.
Exactly.
If you're here, then I respect you more for debunking, but there's really no reason to put people down and slam people and make people feel bad.
Or call me lesbian lovers with somebody. I mean, come the fuck on.
But you are. You sleep with ghosts every night.
Ghost is a different story, okay?
Yeah. So I
have ghost babies.
That labor was easy.
You got about a minute.
All right, buddy.
So, it's take it for what it's worth, but please, try to be a little considerate and be open to hearing things. Maybe we're trying something you're not trying. But
yeah, and if you're trying something I'm not, more power to you. I hope you get something good.
Yeah, and then teach me how to do it.
Yeah. So
right.
I just want to thank everybody real quick for listening tonight. Sorry to be doing nothing but blasting somebody tonight, but it had to be done because I was sick of the shit.
And that's what we do. So, hey,
we don't give a fuck.
Shannon, excellent show. Angelina, that was awesome. Thank you for calling in. I hope you're still listening. Thank you very much for being here. To all you listeners out there, to everybody in the warehouse, to anybody who's listening, thank you very much. We love what you guys do. We love let you guys hearing from us. Please message us, talk to us about this show. We will see you in the dark.
Good night.